Yo, what's up, guys? Thank you for coming back to another Hamza Khan Show video. Um, Bit of a weird setting, not the normal setting, but here we go. I've got someone walking towards me, which is very nerving, but we're gonna just go through it because today has been a very, I would say, not the best of days. I arrived to work late, and then I just not a really good day overall so far, but we're gonna get through it because wrestling is really good and I really enjoy it. What I'm thinking of going through is we've got a preview of what, not preview, just an overview of what's happened throughout the week. Obviously, we had Monday Night Raw, we had um, NXT, as well as um, SmackDown as well. All those three shows, and then obviously we've had the announcement. We had it last week. I didn't really go through it, but we had the announcement of the John Cena tournament. So I'm thinking of going through that as well. I don't have a pack today, unfortunately. I know I said that I'd have a pack every single video, but I opened all the packs that I bought. I got too addicted to them, so that's what's happened to that. Um, let's say the first packs that I opened, I did well. The following packs I opened, I didn't do as well. So that's gambling for you, and that's opening packs. It was all One Piece packs, but that's what you get. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. Um, but anyways, let's get go through it. Obviously, we had um, Raw. I'm trying to remember what was the most significant things that happened. Obviously, you had the introduction of CM Punk as champion. It definitely did not look. It didn't look. It looked right, but didn't look right. It was like someone who had made like a fantasy match and uh, CM Punk, oh, not a fantasy, or they made their own career WWE career. That's what it was, and CM Punk is champion. It didn't look. It looked right, so I did like the fact that he is champion based on where we think they're going. I think that was probably going to be the best move and best option, but um, it was definitely interesting to see. I would say. Obviously, we had the introduction of CM Punk. He His promo was good. It got people hyped. So all the people that wasn't as hyped for the matches that this championship reign could produce, it got them all hyped. I think they definitely need to capitalize on that so it doesn't end up being CM Punk versus the Vision on repeat. It ends up actually being what he had said. So an AJ Styles match, a um, Dominic Mysterio match, a John Cena match, maybe not, and all the other people that he mentioned as well, Finn Balor, um, JD McDonough, um, all the potential matches that they could have. It really got everybody hyped up, and I think that was the right move because when CM Punk's won, everybody's like, what they're gonna do with this? But in actual fact, with him hyping up, it reminded everybody, actually, these are the matches that we could potentially see with CM Punk as champion. So it definitely was the right move. Obviously, as per usual, when you have a new WWE champion, Logan Paul comes out. It's like they've got a ritual in place. Every time someone wins the WWE championship, Logan Paul. Logan Paul comes out and tries to get involved in the match. Just watching this car behind me just park up. Anyways, so obviously Logan Paul came out, and then the Vision came out as well, and it was the right move. Now we've had whatever happened at um, Saturday night's main event, and now it's time for the Vision to actually be the Vision and start destroying and demolishing people. So I think that was the right move, having them to come out, and then we had the confrontation between CM Punk and with Logan Paul on his side, with um, versus Braun on the Vision, and it was very unsure whether is Logan Paul actually going to be a babyface or is he going to be actually a heel. It was unsure. You were sure, you knew that there is no chance that Logan Paul isn't gonna stab CM Punk in the back. There was that 0.0% chance, but there was that 0.0.01% chance that maybe they could be going for this. Obviously, they had the whole fight or the kerfuffle, whatever it is, and then of course CM Punk. Then it gets announced, obviously, the Vision is going to be facing CM Punk, and his mystery um, teammate ended up being Jey Uso, which I thought was a good pick. If you want Jey Uso to be a good guy, you need him to be with the good guys. If you're not going to be turning him heel, you can have the changes in his character, but if you're fundamentally gonna keep him as a heel, you need to have him with not heels, a babyface that you want him to be against the biggest heels that they can be against. Um, what I really enjoyed was that promo between Paul Heyman and Jey Uso, because it gave you so much in such a little time, and I wish they did that more often. But obviously, if you do it more often, it can tend to lose its um, I wouldn't say appeal, but the power of it. But it gave you understanding of where Jey Uso is, what's his intentions, why is he joining alongside CM Punk in this tag team match, because he's doing what Jey Uso thinks is right. That's the only thing that he cares about. But then it also gave Paul Heyman the ability to lay the groundwork of exactly what we are intending to see from the Vision going forwards. And as he spelled it out, it's on site against everybody and anybody in their way. It's on site. So obviously, really enjoyed that. I think they should do that more often with Paul Heyman. Um, of course, his promos in the ring can be really loud, really good, but it's the backstage stuff that just levels him so much more, and he's such a he does it so well. So I feel like they need to do it more and more often. Of course, going off the back of that, we had the ending of the night with Jey Uso versus Jey Uso and CM Punk versus the Vision. Ends up in a double count out. Um, I was thinking about it during the match, who takes the pin, and my initial thought was it has to be Jey Uso. But if you want to keep on building Jey Uso, you need to I just saw a car with no lights on. You need to present him as big as he is, as the world heavyweight champion, former world heavyweight champion. You need that. So he couldn't take the pin, and I think definitely did reduce what the feeling of the crowd. But then obviously we had the ending where the Vision gets the upper hand. Then Logan Paul comes out. So it's CM Punk protecting Jey Uso versus the Vision. Logan Paul comes out. Is Logan Paul on the side of CM Punk? You're having that shiver of thought. He pulls out the brass knuckles, and you're thinking, oh my god, he's on CM Punk's side, and then bam, he hits um, CM Punk, knocks him out. Of course, there was no doubt that he was actually that was where they was going. I think, of course, we had the moments after where he handed the brass knuckles to Paul Heyman, and it seemed like a alignment between those two, the division and Logan Paul. But I don't think it is going to be the case where Logan Paul is going to be joining the Vision. I think it's more so it's going to be building towards um, um, Saturday night's main event, because if you look at the characters of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, these guys who have, especially Bronson Reed, he's been grinding since forever long. He's left the company, came back, he's built himself up. Same with Braun Breaker, he's been labeled as the future, and then he's also he is a wrestler's wrestler in a way. Like he has that brutality, he has that discipline, and then you've got Logan Paul, who is presented in a way of a spoiled child in a way for for WWE. He gets whatever he wants. He gets put into the marquee because of what he's done outside of wrestling. So I definitely do not think that Logan Paul is a part of the vision. No matter what anybody says, I think it will more so be. It'll just be a Survivor Series thing. After Survivor Series, I can well see Logan Paul thinking he's a part of the vision, but ending the night where he gets tsunamied a few times and then he gets speared a few times, and he's got he's got taken off TV basically until the Royal Rumble when we'll need him back. So that's where I see that part of the story going. Try to remember back what's going on in the rest of Raw. Becky Lynch's promo was really good. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the tag team match as well between AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Judgment Day. I thought that was a very, very good match, and I want to see more of that match. These tag team matches recently have been building JD up really, really well. So I think him um, having that level of presentation of being uh, the ace of Judgment Day, I think is really, really well. I want to see AJ and Dragon Lee versus some other tag teams as well. I want them to see, because it's really, really good how they're building AJ up. I feel like this is what they should do, and they should keep on going until eventually the Judgment Day will win those championships back. There's no doubt that that's gonna happen, but um, for now, I want them to face the New Day. I want them to face the Viking Raiders. I don't know where they've gone. I want them to face Alpha, is it Alpha Academy or All American, something like that. Um, that one, those tag teams as well. So just to build them up and present them in a bit of a stronger way, so that when they eventually lose, that all that equity is moved on to whoever is going to be the new tag team. Um, Moving on to NXT, um, I thought I thought it was just a really good show overall, um, from start to finish. Just NXT is the best. There's no doubt in that NXT is the best, and it is presented in a way that is really, really good. So I really enjoyed NXT overall, and the ending with Joe Hendry um, is there, but um, which it wasn't bad. It's not like it was bad. It was just Joe Hendry is they currently beam memeing him out really. He's just he's not that guy who you wanted. His current character isn't the guy you want to see rebuild TNA and go ahead and bring it forwards. He's currently the guy that is um, he's a little bit of a meme, if I'm being honest. But I really like Kalani Jordan's promo, um, and then I really enjoyed um, the Trick Williams and um, what's his name, Ricky Saints, kind of back and forth, hyping up that last man standing match. I think after this last man standing match, Ricky Saints should win, and we need to move Trick Williams on a little bit until the that challenge thing. When we'll see that what happens there. Um, Standout match was Javon Evans versus Sugars. I think his name is. Um, I don't know. Booker T just cracks me up how he says it, but that was a standout match. I really really enjoyed it. It presented um, um, Javon Evans really really good and made him look really cool. So that was really good. And then off that we had SmackDown, which I thought was a really good show. I enjoyed um, the beginning with Cody Rhodes. Obviously, you had Cody Rhodes. He came out, and I liked the fact that it wasn't Drew McIntyre again. It was Aleister Black who actually came out to confront Cody Rhodes, which I thought was a good thing to do. Let's separate now Cody Rhodes to Drew McIntyre for a little while. If you aren't going to be turning him babyface, which I kind of want them to do so, but um, if you're not going to do that and he's going to still be a monster heel, it's time for him to a little bit move along and do his own thing. So Alistair Black being the person in the top of the marquee, I think that was really good. I'm not sure where they will be going with it because we've got Survivor Series coming up. You'd have to assume that Cody will be in that Survivor Series match unless he is going to be having a um, an actual match for the WWE Championship. So I think I'm unsure where they're going with it. Obviously, we had the ending of the show with Drew McIntyre um, hitting the referee, which is really funny. And then, of course, he gets suspended. I think the assumption is he's going to be going to film a movie or a TV show, so makes sense they have to write him off. So we'll like to see what goes on with Alistair Black, Selena Vega looking sick. Um, with Alistair Black, and then they just look like a really good dominant duo. I can very well see next week we see um, Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes versus Alistair Black and someone else as his teammate. Um, Going off that, um, the the way that the MFTs were really built, I think it was really good. I didn't like the fact that uh, Tall Tonga, he was kind of holding Solo's hand the way they were getting him out of the ring. I didn't like that a lot because it made presented a little bit Solo to be a bit weak. But I feel like this version of Solo needs to be um, a credible threat on his own without his MFTs and be able to win against someone cleanly. So I think that will definitely um, that should be the focus for Solo going forward. Uh, Other stands out, you had the what's her name? I forgot her name. I don't know what her name was. Jade Cargill. The promo Jade Cargill after winning the championship. I thought it really worked. It represented who Jade Cargill is going forwards. I would have loved to see after that promo when they were um, confronting Chelsea Green and um, BFAB and all that. I would have loved some physicality there, but other than that, it was really, really, really good and very, very enjoyable. After that, of course, we had the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I didn't want to be a hater. I always think I just want to be positive about stuff, but what they're doing with Julia, I think they're building towards something with Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. Obviously, that was when they won the mixed tag team match titles. Ethan Page has got his North American Championship, and then Chelsea Green ha, has now won the United States Championship. The only way it goes up from here is if we go back to Raw, SmackDown, and Julia just rips the head off that was called, what's her name, James or something? I don't know what her name is, but just rips the head off her. Just actually, just everybody thinks it's good, and then it's just not good, and it just become brutally bad, and then we see Julia rip other people apart. They built her so much so well up until that point where she won against Zelina Vega, and then they just since then it's just been downhill from there, which is not the best, and it's not what we want at all for Julia, because she had so much aura going into SmackDown off NXT, but she was just presented in a way that which is not really really good. Um, After that, obviously, I don't think that there's anything else in terms of SmackDown that we want to talk about. Um, Anyways, sorry, I just zoned out for a second there. Um, the John Cena tournament. Um, I'm just gonna wait until this guy walks past, man. Nice. Anyway, so the John Cena tournament. So who do I want to be in the tournament? So I would like, obviously I'm gonna keep whoever's been announced in the tournament currently, and then I'll work off from there. I'm not gonna decide who wins the tournament because I think it's a bit obvious it's gonna be Gunther. I think that has to be the the move, and it has to be the approach, unless you're going towards WrestleMania next year with Gunther being against Brock Lesnar. Unless that is your vision, then John Cena should be beaten by Gunther as Saturday night's main event. But anyways, we'll work back from there. So obviously we've got the match announced. It's gonna be the first one is you've got Sheamus versus Shinsuke. You've got um, LA Knight versus, who is LA Knight versing? Hmm. Try to remember who he's facing, but it doesn't come off my head. LA Knight. Who's Rusev facing then? I don't know. I'm not really thought this through, have I? So Rusev is facing. Let's scrap this bit because I forgot who's actually going to be in the tournament. Anyways, I think Gunther's going to win it. That is my pick going forwards. It may change in the next couple of weeks. We might get like a mystery opponent, but I definitely think it's going to be Gunther going forwards. Anyways, um, my mouth is dry, tired. I think that's going to be the end of the video. Sorry that there's no pack. I'll make sure next time I do have a pack. But anyways, leave a like if it was good, leave a dislike if it was bad, and remember, no comments. Thank you. Bye.